Hey, what's up, guys? It's Miguel here, doing some late night analysis. Hopefully you can tune in. Just give me a second here while I'm able to share this video. Hope you had a great weekend. I hope you're ready to trade tomorrow. Hope you got all your technical levels and you're ready to go tomorrow. Anyways, what are you going to be watching tomorrow? So some other things we're going to be going over. So first of all, let me see here. First of all, we're going to be watching SPY here. Let's start with the weekly. All right. Let's start here with the weekly on SPY. So you could see that we're coming again to that June lows. Okay, back on June 13, that week of June 13, we hit the 200 EMA and then we bounced off of it. Okay, and then we came and hit this trend line. Now we did have this trend line, as people in my Discord have seen this trend here, and so we did have this trend line before we even came up here. That trend line was there. We could see that it clearly rejected that trend. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks of an uptrend there, using the high candle system. Let me change this to there, cleared that up. So yeah, and you could see now, you know, as soon as we turn red here on the weekly, we just continued the trend here. And so the question is, are we gonna bounce here? Okay, that is the question I think many of us are seeing. And that 362 is, are we gonna come and test it this week and bounce? All right, or are we gonna break down and come and hit that, you know, around this 350? You could see back here in August, September of 2020, there's a lot of support here. Okay, so there's demand here of levels where it was resistance and then it became support. And so we could surely come to around this level 350. If that fails, all the way to 320, you know, that right there would be, I think, max, because then you start getting into coronavirus levels, and I just don't think we can get that low. So if anything, I can expect maybe 320-ish. I just don't see it passing that. I mean, I could be wrong. Anything can happen in the market. I mean, many things can happen in the world that can cause this to come down even further. But we'll see how this level holds this week, and then we're gonna see what happens. Now, if we close here, for example, if we kind of consolidate like we did here for a couple weeks, you could see we had a very choppy summer. We had 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks of just sideways action. Again, it was summer, and so summers are you know, slower than other days. So there's a lot of consolidation here. I remember trading these areas here around June, early July, very, very choppy. And then finally, you know, as we hit the end of July, we got the little uptrend. But here we are again. We're back to those June lows, and the question is this going to be a double bottom and bounce? If we do bounce, okay, the question that we can go and hit this trend again. And now once we're in this trend, are we gonna bounce back and finally break, or are we gonna break out of this trend? Okay, so that is yet to be seen. Nobody knows. If somebody tells you exactly this is what's gonna happen, they're lying, because nobody knows. We kind of just let the picture paint itself, and then we kind of follow the trend. And so don't never believe anything anybody tell you. This is the low, this is the top. Nobody ever knows. They might get it one time by luck, but that was just luck. Nobody ever knows. I don't know if it's working a double bottom here. I mean, we play probabilities, and this would be a good probability here to play a potential bounce, double bottom, for some upside. But again, we'll see how that plays out intraday, and we'll play those levels, and we'll be ready for it. So we go here to the daily. You can see what happened here on the daily, that we broke this uptrend we were in from back in June. Okay, we were in a real nice uptrend. All right, and then the third time we came to touch it here around September. We touched it, we bounced back, and then we came back and tested the trend line once more, and this time it broke. Okay, and that's something I have posted on the Discord channel, my members, and I on a watching channel that we're watching. I said, watch this level here, because if we break below, we're gonna come down. And right here, we're watching it in this area. As soon as it started breaking, then this is when we got the big flush to the downside. So, and here on the daily, it's the same thing. Are we gonna bounce and come back to this level? Test this trend and then come back down and then finally break. Okay, or just break, test here, and then go down. Right, many possibilities that can go down, but we'll see tomorrow how it plays. If we get some green volume coming in, on the daily, how we close tomorrow is going to tell us a lot. Did we close with that doji, using this Heikin-Ashi system candle? So if we close with that doji and green volume, I would expect the market to bounce here. So calls can work after this, get some flat tops and potentially come up here and test that trend again. But we don't know what's gonna happen yet, so we're gonna wait. We're gonna be patient and kind of say intraday. We'll also be trading the levels, using our strategies that we use here in the group: retracements, 10-minute candles, flat tops, flat bottoms, wedge breakouts, all sorts of stuff, using the 2-minute, rejecting or supporting the 200 EMA. Many different trading strategies that we use here, and that are really, really good for making profits. And then here we go to the 4-hour on the SPY. And you can see how close we came to that June level here. And so what's going to happen? And here on the 4-hour, you can see clearly the uptrend that we were in, and we finally broke it. And that's what happens when you break trends. And let's go to the 1-hour. Okay, you can see here we're still in a downtrend. Okay, so tomorrow, something to watch here is if we break this downtrend right here on this hourly. What's happening? Am I still connected? It says there was an error. Okay, looks like I'm still connected. Okay, so this would be a potential target. 376 area. You can see there's a lot of resistance here. So we break this downtrend. Now we have room to run to that area before we see some rejection. So something to keep on watch tomorrow. Again, pre-market, I give my entry levels with targets to my members on the Discord, and you could see this is let me see. No, I don't have my Discord here. But yeah, so I'll give the targets tomorrow for my members, and with the entries, and we'll see which way it goes, depending on what is doing pre-market. All right, so that's the SPY. Let's look at Tesla. Okay, let's clean that out. Go to default there. Clear join set. All right, so Tesla, you can see we had an indecision candle there. We closed in with red volume, and so we're basically staying in the same level. We have this channel here on Tesla on the weekly. You can see this channel right here, and we're just kind of bouncing back and forth on Tesla. And so we need to keep an eye on to see if we break below or above this channel, this trend here. Now, if the market decides to bounce on SPY, we could see a breakout of this channel here on Tesla, okay? And potentially come and hit this target again, right? This trend, something to watch. If we break out of this channel right here, okay, we can come and hit this trend again, around 345, 343 area. So that's something to keep on watch for Tesla. If the market does go down, if we break down on Tesla again, we're going to be looking at this level, 210, 211, okay, for potential targets on Tesla. If we zoom in here or zoom out on the daily, you could see that channel a little bit clearer, and set your alerts, you know, below 265, below 317. Set your alerts, and when it breaks, you get alerted. Then you look intraday, and you know, get your levels and start playing, you know, puts to the downside and or calls to the upside. So I think depending on what SPY does is where Tesla's gonna break. SPY decides to get a bounce, the markets decide to get a bounce. Tesla can break out of this channel and go hit that 335 level. And if we break to the low side, then we got, you know, 260 all the way to 240, 220 area. So all this area right here, intraday, we can play for potential targets. So that's Tesla. Let's look at the hourly really quick. Yeah, so we have an hourly here just coming straight down here. And so we'll watch this pre-market. I'll see what sets up again. Once we see some structure in the pre-market of what's going on, I'll set up the technicals. I'll set up the targets, whether we go long or short, and then we'll be set for the morning at the open to see which way we're gonna trade it. And to give you an idea how we do this, let's go to where's my 2-minute? I'm not sure why my 2-minute is not here. But let's go to my, let's set it up on 2 minutes, and let's put this on technicals. Let's see. Oh man, my drawings are not here no more. Okay, so they're not here no more, the levels. I guess I erased them. I don't know what happened, but I want to show you how I give the levels for targets. Anyways, I probably erased them, but they're on my Discord. All right, let's move on. Let's get this out of here. All right, so the next one we're going to be watching is NVIDIA. Okay, so we go to the weekly here on NVIDIA. You could see back over here in February, March, you can see we came to the support area from back in August of 2020, and you know, we respected that level as a zone, and we bounced off of it. Okay, now we're coming very, very close to that. Okay, so this is a level that I'm watching. I'm probably gonna buy some here long term, okay, because I own some NVIDIA, and I'll probably add here on my portfolio, nibble in here, and then see if we can get a bounce in the market. All right, as far as day trading, same thing. As far as day trading, I'm gonna wait for confirmation to see if we do get a bounce in today and play those levels accordingly. So it does look like that's where we want to go, 116 area. This is where I told the team that we need to keep an eye on to see if potential bounce. I don't want to see reversal because, you know, this could obviously bounce here, right, and then come more down. So or this could, you know, could be a triple bottom here and then bounce, and we'll never see this level again. Who knows, right? Same thing when we were hitting this area. Nobody knew, right, we're gonna make this rally up to the upside, and so nobody knows what's gonna happen here. But again, this level serve a purpose of a potential high probability bounce. Okay, that's all the market is, probabilities, and that's all we play. If the probabilities are in our favor, you know, we play. Nothing's ever for sure, but this is the levels we want to watch. This is the level where you want to put an alert here, an alert you when we're at these levels for a potential bounce to play long intraday. Or if you want to invest long term, this is not investment advice, but this would be a good area to add on a video. Let's look at the daily and see what the video is doing here. All right, so on the daily, you can see we have this trend here, and it lines up perfectly with 116. Okay, and so 116 area, 117, 115, this is the same area. So this looks like a very strong support for it to come down and bounce potentially back to the 140 area. So, you know, depending on how everything looks, potential calls here, you know, 3 weeks out or a month out or whatever, could possibly work. Okay, high probability. We'll see how the market does tomorrow. But this would be a good area to watch on NVIDIA. And the hourly, again, we'll watch in the morning and see what direction it's giving us. So in the pre-market, I love the 1 hour. It gives me direction of where the market could be headed. And then, you know, we get structure, and we get targets that I get to remember. See, it breaks certain levels. So that's NVIDIA. Let's move on to which one was the other one? Microsoft. And again, guys, I only watch a handful of stocks. If you watch, you know, 1,000 of them, it's gonna be hard for you to, you know, day trade because there's just so many to watch. So it's better to have 4 to 5 that you always watch every single day. You keep up with them and you trade those handful. For the main part in the group, we trade a SPY and Tesla every day. And then if something like Apple, Amazon, or Microsoft, you know, set up, we'll trade those as well. But just stick to a few, okay? And these are my main ones, and this ones are the ones I watch all the time. And here we have Microsoft weekly. And so weekly, let me move this down. This purple line is the 200 EMA, okay? And that's where I'm looking for Microsoft for a potential bounce. Also, you can see here, okay, back in over here in October, November of 2020, all right, there's a lot of consolidation here, right, and then we finally broke. So I'm expecting some buyers to step in this area for a potential bounce. So this is a good level that I'm looking to add to my portfolio long term on Microsoft. Okay, we are breaking below this uptrend here on Microsoft on the weekly. Okay, see that? And so something to keep an eye on as well. So that's what I'm watching on Microsoft. You got to understand too that when the SPY bounces, right? For example, when the SPY bounced here back in June, right? The whole market bounced. So we go to Microsoft, right? We go to Microsoft. Microsoft didn't get to come to the 200 EMA on the weekly, right? It just bounced because the market bounced, right? The overall market bounced. And so if SPY bounces, you know, this week, Microsoft might never ever see this 223 this week. So something to keep on watch, right? You look for the bounce on SPY, the NQ, and Microsoft and Apple and might not ever see the 200 EMA. Look at when SPY hit the 200 EMA on the weekly here in June. If we go to Apple, Apple never hit the 200 EMA here in June. See that? And so wherever the market bounces, the overall market, most of the big names are going to bounce. Okay. So it's better to watch. If you use EMAs, I only use the 200, but if you use the EMAs, it's better to watch it on the market itself, because that's more likely where generally all the stocks are going to follow. So follow the SPY, follow the NQ, follow the VIX as well. So we were in what? We were watching Microsoft. Okay. So we go to the daily on Microsoft. All right. You can see where we have that level too. Let's watch. Let's draw this trend here. See where it falls. It's a little bit lower. So this is a general area where we're gonna be watching. All right. You can see on a daily here, Microsoft. It is in a downtrend. We are in a bearish market. Okay, no doubt about it. But overall, we're still above the 200 EMA on everything. We're still on the weekly, so we're still above the 200 EMA on the market itself. So, you know, yeah, it's a bear market, but you know, realistically, anytime you're on top of the 200 EMA, it's still we're still in an uptrend, even though we're coming down. So the next one would be Amazon. Let's look on the weekly on Amazon. And so Amazon is a it's a good one. I'm sorry. And Amazon, I remember I was adding in this areas right here on Amazon for my long-term portfolio. This area that I added, and in this run, I was up nicely on Amazon. Again, I wasn't looking to sell because I'm looking long-term. We come and test this area, I'm gonna watch and see what's gonna happen. If we, you know, break lower, I'll add again around this area a lot more. You can see here there's a lot of demand here in this zone. So watching carefully here on Amazon on this level to see if we get another bounce to the upside. So we'll see this week and see what happens on Amazon. We go to the daily. Yeah, you can see the daily here. We're breaking up this uptrend. And anytime you see this, you know, especially using the Heikin Ashi candles, right? you see this and you see a break, you see a flat top here, you can swing puts. You know, flat tops means there's continuation to the bottom. Look at this, 1, 2, 3, 4 days, right? And then you start here, 1, 2. This one was indecision, but then you continue with the flat tops, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You know, just the swinging puts here. And so if you like to swing, you can definitely just trade the candles. But you can see we're coming back onto Amazon here around 101, 102. It's the area where you want to be looking. And I think last one is gonna be AMD. Yeah, AMD looks a lot like NVIDIA. You could see here this level from back in April and May of 2020. This is the area where you want to be watching. This area where you want to put an alert. As a matter of fact, let me put one here. If we get to this area, this is where either below. If we get to this area, this is where I want to be looking to potentially buy for long term on AMD. All right, let's go to the daily. Okay, so you can see here the daily, you can see the trend to the bottom. Okay, so this is definitely the area where you want to be watching for a potential bounce to the upside. Okay, right here, and boom. So those are the levels you want to keep on watch. So again, tomorrow we're going to be paying really close attention pre-market. Where are we at? Where are we going? What kind of structure do we have? And just putting all the variables together and seeing, you know, what's going to happen. And then based on that, you know, we give levels, if we targets, if we break certain levels, and then we day trade. And that's what's fun about day trading is that, you know, you can, I mean, we could be in a bear market, but we could still be making money day trading with calls. Okay, we could be making money with calls at the open, and then we can be making money with puts, you know, the next hour of the market, and then we can be making money, you know, after lunch with calls, and then by the end of the day we can be making money with puts at the end of the day. And so that's what's so awesome about day trading. Just depending of, you know, how everything's setting up, we can play calls and then puts and then calls again. We can play it both ways. All right, so there's some money to be made both ways. Unless you're swinging, then yeah, you have to pick a direction, right? Whether it's puts or calls. But day trading, you know, you can mix and match, and depending on where things are heading, trends are going, you know, we do it all the time in the Discord group, right? Sometimes we start off with calls and then we go to puts and then we go back to calls. It's just whatever the market gives us. And so that's what's fun. If you want to be part of that, you can go to thatstrading.com. You can also click on the link down below and join us. Very, very affordable. And you can look at, I give you targets. You can join me live when we try live with a group of the members that go live with us. It's a lot of fun. So anyways, thank you so much, guys, for watching this video. If you don't see it right now, maybe see it in the morning. You can get an idea of what, you know, what are some of the levels you want to be watching for tomorrow and this week. And so that is it for tonight. I hope you have a great trading week. The rest of the week, I hope you kill it. So other than that, just stay blessed, stay positive, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Adios, bye-bye.